Good afternoon. First, thank you very much for coming to Canada. I know that you became a monk in 1969. That was before many people, including myself, even was born. So, and you've been traveling around the world to spread your wisdom and help the people. I truly feel deeply grateful, and thank you again, for coming to Canada and Vancouver. Then my question is, I've changed my question is, I was born in the 70s. Me and my wife, we came to Canada about 10 years ago. Both of us are working. My daughter, the only child, she's now studying in university. We feel the world, the society is changing so quickly with the AI, with the EV cars, even with so many new computer softwares. As a senior, I'm not that senior, but the first generation of immigrants coming to Canada, can you please share your wisdom with us as the first generation or the senior as an immigrant to a foreign country, how to catch up and how to adapt to this fast changing society and the world? That's one. Two is how to keep our relation close to our daughter. From time to time, I feel our daughter she grew up here, so she has her own thoughts, values. It's hard for us to really keep a very close tie or bond with her. And she's living in another city now, studying in another city. So that's the second question. Thank you very much. Thank you.
지금 딸이 몇 살이에요?
How old is your daughter?
She's 19.
그럼 캐나다에서는 19살이면 성인에 들어갑니까? 아직 성인이 안 됐습니까?
In Canadian law, is she a legally adult?
She is,
네,
yes.
그렇습니다.
But we pay for her everything now. She's studying. She's studying at university, but in a different city, province.
성인이 됐다는 것은 이제 전에는 성인이 안 됐다는 것은 보호자와 피보호자의 관계입니다. 그러나 성인이 됐다는 것은 이제 성인과 성인의 1대1 관계라는 거죠.
So basically, before she became an adult, you were her guardian and she was the person you were guarding, right? But now that she's an adult, it's more of a peer-to-peer relationship.
보호자와 피보호자의 관계일 때는 내가 보호를 해야 할 의무가 있는 대신에 피보호자도 보호자의 일정한 의견을 들어야 할, 즉 최종 결정권을 보호자에게 위임한 이런 관계입니다.
So if you were still protecting her, being a guardian, then she, as the protectee, she has to cede to your authority as a protector on many of the major decisions, because she is still being protected by you.
그러면 성인이 됐다. 그러면 이제 비록 아버지와 딸이라는 그런 혈연 관계가 있지만은 이제 사회적으로는 그냥 1대1의 관계인 겁니다.
So, but now that she's an adult, while you still have that relationship as a father and daughter, from a society perspective, it's a relationship of peers, right? Adult to adult.
나는 딸에게 어떤 것도 해줘야 할 의무는 이제 없어집니다.
So you no longer have any duty to actually provide for your daughter.
딸도 아버지의 어떤 것도 조언을 들을 수는 있지만 들어야 할 의무, 즉 나의 어떤 결정권을 아버지에게 위임한 것을 이제 회수해서 자기가 결정을 하는 겁니다.
And conversely, your daughters may still listen to your advice, but she is under no obligation to actually act on your advice.
그러니까 이제 딸하고 대화를 해야 되겠죠.
So that requires a conversation.
네가 필요한 거를 내가 재정적으로 어느 정도 지원해 줄 테니
And I will provide you financially for those things that you still need.
너희 결정권을 어느 정도 나한테 위임할 수 있겠느냐.
So in return, I want to say in some of your decisions.
이렇게 계약을 해야 됩니다.
So it's almost a contractual relationship.
근데 내가 너를 도와주니까 너는 내 말을 들어야 한다. 이거는 옳지 않습니다.
But if your attitude to approaching your daughters is like, since I'm helping you out and I'm paying for everything, that I still own a lot of your decision, that's not the right attitude to bring to this.
딸에게 내 말을 들으라고 요구할 아무런 권리가 당신에게는 없습니다.
because you now have no longer any legal authority to demand that your daughter listen to you.
자기가 내 말을 안 들으면 자기가 해주던 재정적 지원을 멈추면 됩니다. 그건 내 자유니까.
But if she doesn't listen to you, it's your choice to stop paying for her.
그래서 지금 딸하고 좋은 관계를 유지하고 싶다 하는 것 자체가 잘못된 생각이에요.
So, your actual desire to want to maintain a good relationship with your daughter, that desire in itself is wrong.
내 입장에서 좋은 릴레이션십을 갖고 싶다 이 생각이 뭐냐면 딸이 내 말을 잘 듣는다는 얘기예요.
Because as a parent, when you say, I want to maintain a good relationship with your daughter, it means that you still want your daughter to actually be listened to you, to be that, little girl.
그렇기 때문에 어떤 결정도 그의 자유다 하는 것을 인정하고 그 안에서 공유될 만큼만 공유하면 됩니다.
So first and foremost, you have to acknowledge that your daughter is now an adult and that she can make her own decisions. And in that new paradigm or framework, you can renegotiate your relationship dynamics.
그러니까 그 딸이 뭐 한국에서 태어났던 캐나다에서 태어났던 어떻게 자랐던 이건 별로 중요한 거 아니에요.
So in that sense, it doesn't really matter where your daughter was born and grew up, whether she was raised in China or she was raised in Canada. Doesn't matter.
이것은 별개 이제는 성인과 성인 별개의 독립된 존재라는 것을 먼저 인정해야 합니다.
Because you first and foremost have to recognize that she is an independent, autonomous person.
근데 우리는 어릴 때 늘 돌봐왔던 그리고 필요한 결정을 내가 했던 그런 과거의 습관에 지금 집착돼 있기 때문에 이게 잘 안 고쳐지는 게 문제.
But this is hard because we are, as parents, always kind of attached to that previous relationship dynamics in which we always protected our children and made major decisions for them.
그리고 또 나는 부모로부터 나이 들어서도 늘 좋은 관계를 맺고 복종을 했던 이런 또 나의 경험이 여기 장애가 됩니다.
And also, as a first, generation immigrants, you're also kind of used to the previous culture, traditional culture, in which you were bound to maintain that kind of good, harmonious relationship with your parents, maintaining that parents-child relationship.
근데 나도 모르게 내가 살아온 그 습관의 기준을 두고 자꾸 관점을 갖게 됩니다.
So you're trying to impose that traditional cultural framework onto that new generation, your daughter.
이것은 뭐 동양 문화나 서양 문화나 또는 내가 자란 세대가 달랐거나 이런 문제가 근본적으로는 아닙니다.
So at the foundation, it's not a matter of a cultural issue or even a traditional issue.
이것은 1대1의 관계라는 것을 자기가 인정해야 된다.
It's a matter of you recognizing really deep down that this is a relationship now between two adults.
딸의 어떤 것도 내가 결정하려고 해서는 안 됩니다.
You can't attempt to make any decisions for her.
그러나 내 인생의 경험으로 조언을 해줄 수는 있습니다.
But you can advise her based on your insight and your experience.
그러나 그것을 듣고 안 듣고는 딸이 결정하는 겁니다.
But it's totally up to her whether to listen to your advice or not.
나는 또 나대로 결정권이 있습니다.
But you, on the other hand, have your own authority to make your own decisions.
즉 재정 지원권도 있고요.
And you have you have the choice to financially support her or not.
예를 들어서 내가 모르는 다른 사람한테 장학금을 받는다 하더라도 내가 성적이 안 좋으면 그 사람이 끊어버리잖아요.
For example, if I were to receive a merit scholarship, if my GPA drops to certain points, then the scholarship goes away, right?
그러니까 자기도 그걸 갖고 조절을 할 만큼 하면 됩니다.
And so you can use the same strategy.
그러니까 이게 어릴 때 피보자 보호자의 관계와는 차원이 다른 겁니다.
So this is a totally different relationship dynamics than the one you're used to as a protector and the protectee.
이러한 인간의 권리를 자꾸 그 어떤 문화나 가족 관계로 자꾸 이렇게 세대가 바뀌었다 이렇게 관점을 갖지 말고 이것이 원래 자연의 원리입니다.
So do not try to use a tradition or culture or even your blood ties to kind of impose your preference for a certain relationship dynamics onto your daughter because this is now a new relationship, new dynamics.
자연 상태를 보십시오.
Look at nature.
강아지든 개든 고양이든 닭이든 어릴 때는 끔찍이 보호하지만은 일정한 시간이 지나서 성체가 되면 자식이 부모를 따르는 것도 없고 부모가 자식을 돌보는 것도 없습니다. 1대1의 관계입니다.
Whether it's a dog, whether it's a cat, whether it's a rooster or chicken, as little, they're totally protected, fiercely so. But when they grow up, it becomes a relationship between two adults, two peers.
우리가 문화가 서로 달라서 어느 게 옳으냐 이럴 때는 이건 인위적인 문제예요. 그럴 때는 자연의 상태를 보고 다시 기준을 잡아야 합니다.
And if you define it as a kind of a cultural conflict, you are actually creating, you have to recognize the cultural constructs or artificial constructs that you have created. So in that sense, go back to nature to kind of re-baseline your expectations.
자기가 간섭만 안 하려면 관계가 나빠질 수가 없습니다.
And as long as you don't seek to intervene in her life, then there's no way your relationship with your daughter can go bad.
그리고 또 딸은 자기 또래 젊은 남자하고 놀고 싶지 뭐 때문에 늙은 남자하고 놀고 싶겠어요.
And your daughter would rather actually start a new relationship with some other men of her own age. She doesn't want to maintain a relationship with an older man like yourself.
다만 돈 때문에 지금 좀 매여 있을 뿐이에요.
She's only talking to you because you pay for her.
그러니까 그걸 잘 활용을 하세요.
So you have to know where you stand, really.